Hello and welcome to the demo video of Kare4Kids website. To begin with, this is the main dashboard of the website and this data has been taken from the Bal Asha's website. Now, since the users of the website may not be very well versed with English, we have provided different language options such as Hindi as well as Marathi. So let us begin by logging in. We have provided two options, that is social worker and management login. This is done to facilitate the segregation between the roles, the work done, and access to information to both social worker and the manager or on the management side. Let's begin by logging in as the social worker. The social worker is prompted to enter the necessary username and password. On logging in, we see the main dashboard of the social worker, which shows the profile details of that social worker, as well as the performance report of the social worker in an easy to understand and pictorial representation like this pie chart of active cases and solved cases. We also have this option of weekly calendar, which shows the social worker all the tasks that they need to perform in the upcoming month in a very easy and a simple glance. They can also use the list option here to check out all the tasks that they have to do and plan their month accordingly. Now, whenever a social worker visits an orphanage and wishes to add the details of a child into the database of the Bal Asha website, or in this case, the Kare4Kids website, they can use the Add a Case button. The social worker is prompted to enter the required fields in this form. So I will take a moment to fill all the necessary details. Now, once the form is filled and on clicking on the submit button, the necessary details of that particular child are added into the database. Moving on to the assigned cases option, this lists down all the cases that have been currently assigned to that particular social worker. So the social worker can access all the cases that have been assigned to them. We have implemented a search option wherein they can search the particular case by the case number or by the child's name. We also have an option to sort by age. This will sort the cases in descending order of age so that the social worker can determine the cases according to their urgency. We also have filters for separate fields. Like for child classification, I can add a filter to filter out all the abandoned cases. The social worker can access all the details regarding this particular case by clicking on the details button, which opens up the profile of this particular case and all the necessary details. Now, there might be a case where the social worker is stuck at some point or needs the advice uh, of the management side at any particular point while working on the case. So in that case, the social worker can enter whatever problem they are facing in here and mark this case for action. Now we will see later how the management side can resolve the queries that have been entered by the social worker. Here we also have a pictorial representation of all the steps that are needed to be completed in this particular case. On clicking on this timeline, we get a detailed view of all the steps that the social worker needs to perform in this particular case. And in this way, the social worker can very easily manage and keep a track of all the necessary steps related to this case. And as the social worker proceeds with each of these steps, they can mark it as completed. And in case this particular step is not applicable for the current case, they can mark it as not required. We also have an option to upload any necessary files if for the particular case if the social worker wishes to add them. So this is all for the social workers portal. Let us log out and log in to see the management side. Again, the management person is prompted to enter the login and password, username and password, and login. This is the main dashboard of the management side, and it can be used to present the necessary statistics at a glance. Let us move on to the portal. Here we have 3 tabs: to be assigned, action needed, and active cases. Beginning with to be assigned tab, this tab lists on the left side, it has a table which lists down all the cases that are currently in the database but have not been assigned to any particular social worker. And on the right side, we have all the social workers, their profiles, their name, and the location. Now, if the manager wishes to assign a particular case to any social worker, they can select that case and click on the assign button below the social worker to whom the manager wishes to assign that case. So on clicking the assign button, we can see that that case has been assigned to Arif Pateh, social worker. Moving on to the next tab, which is the action needed tab. I told earlier, if the social worker raises any query, that case is marked as action needed, and the manager can provide the necessary solution to that particular case. For example, let us open this case by using the details button. And here the manager can see the description of the case, what is the problem that the social worker is facing, and they can enter their solution. Moving on to the last tab, which is the active cases tab, which lists down all the cases that are currently active or ongoing. Again, we have the option to search, sort, and filter. In case the manager wishes to see further information or details about the case, they can use the details button. And as you can see here, again, here all the details regarding to that case are being shown. Clicking on this timeline brings up the breakdown of the steps and a complete detailed timeline of all the steps that are needed to be completed in this particular case. So as we can see that in this case, all the necessary steps have been completed. So the manager can mark this case as completed. So this will confirm that this case or this child has been uploaded to Kare4Kids, and thus this case has been closed. So once the manager marks this case as completed, it moves on to the completed cases tab, wherein Balasha can access all the records of the cases that they have solved, and they can access the details of all the children they have benefited. So this is all for the demo of the website. Thank you so much.